Hello and welcome to biology class, and from this video lecture we are going to discuss about the regulation of kidney function. And regulation of kidney function, that is the formation of urine, how regulated, we will discuss in this video lecture. And this regulation of kidney function or regulation of kidney function takes place by a hormonal feedback mechanism. So we will discuss about this mechanism, that is feedback mechanism, to regulate the functioning of the kidney. So there are some receptors. First, before discussing the different mechanism for regulation of kidney function, we have to know about the receptors to stimulate these mechanism in our body. So the receptor for the regulation of kidney function or the mechanism of kidney function for feedback mechanism of kidney function. These receptors are known as osmoreceptor, which are present in different parts of our body, and they receive stimulus by a number of changes in our body. So what kind of changes can stimulate the receptors for doing the mechanism or mechanism to regulate the functions of the kidney? So first change it is the change in blood volume. If the amount of blood becomes increased or the volume of blood becomes increased in our body, so this leads to the a system in our body or a mechanism that is known as feedback mechanism to do the process to regulate the kidney function. Second, a change in blood volume means if the volume of blood becomes rise, so this indicates the amount of water increase in the blood. So the kidney is able to release excess amount of water. So in that case, the mechanism will be stimulating the process of reabsorption for the kidney. And on the other hand, when the amount of volume of blood becomes decreased, so in that case there is a lack of water in our body. That indicates the lack of water in our body. So that lack of water in our body can be restored, can be overcome by reabsorbing the excess, reabsorbing the water that go away from our body in the form of filtrate from the kidney. So from the kidney, from the filtrate, the excess amount of water gets reabsorbed by the process of feedback mechanism. Now the next changes that stimulate the that give the signal to the osmoreceptor, that is changing body fluid. So body fluid also involve blood as well as other fluid, tissue fluid and some other. And the third is the ionic concentration. Change in ionic concentration also leads to the mechanism to regulate the function of kidney. That means to increase the rate of reabsorption or to decrease the rate of reabsorption. Now we are going to discuss one by one about different system, different component of our body that involve in the regulation of kidney function. So the first component or the first structure in our body found to regulate the kidney function is hypothalamus. And hypothalamus regulate the function of kidney by the help of a hormone which is known as vasopressin. The hypothalamus release or synthesize a hormone known as vasopressin. So vasopressin synthesized by hypothalamus, but it is released from neurohypophysis. neurohypophysis, neurohypophysis of the posterior lobe of the pituitary gland. Hypophysis of the pituitary gland release the ADH hormone, ADH, or it is known as anti-diuretic hormone. So anti-diuretic hormone, which is shortly known as ADH, or it is also known as vasopressin. And vasopressin increase the reabsorption of water. So this vasopressin or ADH release when our body lacks water. So if lack of water take place in our body, hypothalamus synthesize vasopressin and release from pituitary gland, and neurohypophysis of the pituitary gland, and then ADH or vasopressin increase the reabsorption of water from the filtrate. Water from filtrate. So after reabsorption of water from the filtrate, the amount of water get restored in our body or in our blood. So after restoring of water in our blood, this mechanism need to be stopped. So the increased volume of water indicates or give the signal to our neurohypophysis of pituitary gland to stop the release of ADH. And after stopping or switching off the ADH secretion from the vasopressin, when the condition becomes normal, the feedback mechanism is going to stop. So in this way, the mechanism start and stop to complete the regulation of kidney function, or to maintain the amount of body fluid. And the other function of ADH also act as a vasoconstrictor. So ADH is a vasoconstrictor, and due to vasoconstrictor it increase the blood flow, the rate of blood flow. It increase the rate of blood flow. That means it increase the blood pressure. Increase blood pressure, and due to increase of blood pressure, the increase it also induced to increase GFR by increasing the pressure in the glomerulus. After increasing the pressure in glomerulus, the rate of GFR becomes increased, and this is done indirectly by the ADH. So ADH has two roles in regulation of kidney function. The first is to increase the reabsorption process when there is lack of water in our body due to excess perspiration during the summer season. The condition may occur. So in that situation, the ADH increase the reabsorption of water from the filtrate. And the other function is to increase the GFR, that is glomerular filtration rate, to maintain the ionic balance of the filtrate. Now the second mechanism to regulate the kidney function is renin-angiotensin mechanism. So renin-angiotensin mechanism is done with the help of an apparatus known as JGA. juxtaglomerular apparatus. So JGA, when how the JGA work? So due to reduce in the amount of GFR, if the GFR becomes reduced, so in that situation JGA becomes active, and due to activation of JGA, it increase the blood pressure. Sorry. JGA release renin. Due to decrease of GFR, JGA release renin hormone, and due to this renin hormone change the angiotensinogen this renin hormone change the angiotensinogen into angiotensin first, and then angiotensin first changes into the angiotensin second. So angiotensin second changes by the angiotensinogen which is present in our blood. So angiotensinogen is a very good vasoconstrictor, and thereby it increase. It is a vasoconstrictor. So after vasoconstriction of blood vessel, vasoconstrictor means it increase the contraction of blood vessel, or we can say that it reduce the diameter of blood vessel. So due to reducing diameter of blood vessel, it also increase the blood pressure. Increase the blood pressure, and due to increase in blood pressure, it increase the GFR, glomerular filtration rate. So it is also responsible for the increase of GFR, that is glomerular filtration rate. And the situation is created due to the decrease of GFR. So decrease in GFR activate the JGA, juxtaglomerular apparatus, to release renin, and renin in the blood change the angiotensinogen into angiotensin first, and then angiotensin first to angiotensin second. And angiotensin second is a good vasoconstrictor. So due to vasoconstrictor, it reduces the diameter of blood vessel. So the increase of blood pressure leads to the increase in GFR. And if the GFR becomes increased, then it gives the signal to the JGA to stop the release of renin. So stopping of renin also do not perform the changing of angiotensinogen to angiotensin second, and thereby the situation becomes normal. Now the second function of angiotensin second also, this is the first function, and angiotensin second also induce or stimulate adrenal cortex to release aldosterone. And aldosterone is also a good vasoconstrictor that is also responsible to increase the GFR. Now the third component or the third system which is also responsible for the regulation of kidney function, it is the ANF, which is known as natriuretic factor. So ANF is a part of heart. It is found in heart. As ANF secreted by heart when the renin-angiotensin mechanism becomes forwarded. So after completion of renin-angiotensin mechanism, the heart release the ANF, natriuretic factor, and natriuretic factor is a good vasodilator. So due to good vasodilator, it decrease the blood pressure and thereby decrease the GFR. So ANF act as inhibitory. ANF is act as anti reactions in the feedback mechanism which is done by JGA. So JGA stimulate the increase of GFR indirectly, while ANF decrease the GFR when the GFR extended to the maximum range, which is more than optimum range. So this is all about the regulation of kidney function, and this is take place by the help of hypothalamus renin-angiotensin mechanism, which is present, which is take place with the help of JGA, that is juxtaglomerular apparatus, and the third which is by ANF, natriuretic factor, which is present in our heart. So hypothalamus, JGA, and the heart together perform the regulation of the kidney function or to maintain the amount of body fluid in our body by the help of kidney.